Hi,
If you
Tony.
can just quickly say hello, tell us your name, tell us where you're calling from, and if you could remember who sponsored you or who invited you, so that we could get acquainted real quick, and then we will have an amazing presentation that Sir Alf will teach us something that would benefit everybody. Arif, are you on? Mr. Arif Gilany. All right.
We can't hear you. You're not muted, but we still can't hear you. Unmute again. Nope, we can't hear you. You might want to go to menu settings, audio. Next to meeting, there's menu up there, and down below there's two. There's audio. I've had to mess around with that sometimes. No, we still can't hear you. You're gonna. Yeah, you're doing your famous out and in scenario. It normally resets itself.
What I find is when I press the microphone,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have to wait a couple of seconds, and then it kind of like delay before I keep pressing on, and then I press it again. I didn't realize I was turning off the microphone. So
No, but for him, his was off, or it was unmuted, but he still couldn't hear him for the best part of 30 seconds. So I don't think it's a lag thing,
okay.
but we'll see.
I did
Arif?
figure out how to unmute. I apologize, and I thank you all for taking the time today to be with us. With that, I wanted to start with a philosophy, if you will, just to get things started on the right mindset. And that is this philosophy of gratitude. I'm so blessed for, thank you so all for being here, for joining us today on this beautiful Hump Day Wednesday. I am Arif Gilany. I would like to share some resources, some information with you. I hope that this noble intention will reach the right person. We love what we do, which is educate, entertain, empower people, and we take action on daily basis on what we love. We network with right mindset people, right-minded people, and we believe that you were here because you're assigned to be a miracle worker. I would like to welcome you all. Today, I have the pleasure, the honor of introducing a very high achiever, someone that I, in a 48-hour
Coach, are
time,
you
have.
recording?
Yes, he is.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Yes, you hear me still?
Yes, we
Yes.
get.
I wanted to introduce you all first and foremost. We have a very tight schedule. I'm still admitting people into the room, but this opportunity with Orem Infinity ecosystem is a opportunity that I haven't seen in my lifetime. And the best example of a person to introduce it to you all would be Alf D. Alf is based in Germany. About 3 days ago, he joined me. We've had some conversations. He learned the system. He's an analyst. He spent people to with the astronauts to the moon. He's got his own story to tell you. After that, we're going to have a 5-minute presentations, 3 5-minute presentation where I introduce you to how health and wellness. Friends, how stands for H, health and wellness, which is my expertise. If you've had a hospital, if you've had any type of accident or maybe physical, mental, emotional, financial disasters like I have had, I think we have found the right place and we're going to share some information with you. At the end, you have the chance to introduce yourself in 30 seconds. Tell us where you are, who you are, and why you are here. I am Arif Gilany, a proud member of Orem Visa Ecosystem Visa Program that is available globally now for expansion. With that, help me welcome my great friend, Mr. Alf Dua Makapur. Dua means prayer, Makapur means really making it come true. So, Mr. Alf, take it over. Tell us your experience. Tell us who you are, and tell us how we can benefit from your presence in this community. Thank you so much for accepting my fast invitation and a great response. Sir, the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you very much, Arif. My name is Alf Duamepor. You'll know more about me in about 30 seconds. Thanks, Arif, for for responding to my WhatsApp message. We met on another platform, and I thought, well, I've been to one of the presentations, and I thought, yeah, okay, let me check this out. So he asked me yesterday to whether I would be able to do a presentation today. I said, okay. I was gonna just tell you over my mouth, or with my mouth, with words. I thought, let me put together a actual presentation. So I'm gonna, if you allow me, I will share my screen. And I have to apologize now. Am I sharing my screen? Can you see my screen?
Beautiful. Yes, sir, I can see. The world is in your hands and is guided by the light.
Okay. This is a presentation. This is something I did in AI, and I thought, yeah, okay, it's sort of cool taking the
Nice.
what we call the pillars of creation, what the scientists and engineers that look into space with telescopes and stuff call the pillars of creation, and doing some AI stuff with the planet. I mean, they're not even close, but I can explain that at another time, because I'm going to go whistle stop fast. One, because I apologize now because I have to leave early. I'm running two meetings at the same time. We slightly missed the timing and of the scheduling, but okay, that's not a problem. So my intention is to go through who I am, and then I'll go through what I found with Orm in the ecosystem, and then leave it open for you. Run through a few scenarios using the tool, and then we'll leave it open for questions later. So for you to contact either Arif or anybody else who actually invited you to the forum. Okay, so let me quickly go next. Aurum Infinity Ecosystems. My name, as I said earlier, is Alf Duamepor. Duamepor means test a person's character and see, so send a person and see. Duamepor. It's a West African language from Ghana, so that's where my descent is from. I was born in the UK. And so here we go. So I'm a descendant of a fisherman. My grandfather was a fisherman, and my grandmother was a market woman. I have some royalty somewhere in my blood. Okay, and so what? I'm a son of the African soil. From that perspective, I've worked with EUMETSAT, which is the European Meteorological Satellite Agency. If I'm speaking too fast, please tell me to slow down. I worked with the European Space Agency as a consultant, with NASA as a consultant, as Roscosmos, with JAXA, with the Japanese, USPA, the European Satellite Program, and amongst many others. I was telling, who was it? Victor earlier, that I've also done some stuff with sonars and submarine. So I'm also certified. I'm also certified as a data scientist with MIT in AI for effective decision making. I may have to slow down myself. Qualifications, what I did in my program, another story for another day. As I say, I'm certified by MIT in AI, and I'm doing some more programs. These are some of the pictures that I've taken with shall we say, the walker, which is what they used to put the shuttle on to take it to the launch pad. On the right-hand side up here, we have the control room, for where we do Earth observation in EUMETSAT, the European Meteorological Satellite Agency. This is also the control room. This is me on the final return of the shuttle, which was a program that I was involved in. This is me with some friends of mine. You may know them, Don Petit, the Russian astronaut, what's his name? My friend, Kuipers, Andrei Kuipers, and Konyenko, the Russian one's Konyenko. And this is me back at my roots in my father's heritage, my grandfather's village, drinking the coconut trees, drinking coconuts that my father used to pluck when he was a kid, to go and sell by the roadside to pay his school fees. So that's me in a nutshell. So I go from one end to the other end of the spectrum. These are some of the pictures that we take from space at 36,000 kilometers away, straight up above the equator along the Greenwich Meridian, and takes pictures of the whole planet. So these pictures we use to determine where hurricanes are going, or what bushfires we have to tackle, the whole gamut. We take them 15 minutes, and the new set met MTG, the third, what's it called? Meteosat third generation, MTG. This is Meteosat second generation. These were taken every 15 minutes, and then we can determine what the weather is doing and where you can go and fish and a whole lot of stuff like that. Nice stuff that we're going to be using in my seed to table and fish to table programs later on. Not today, but later on. And that's why we need to make a lot of money. What is artificial intelligence? Most of you know this already, but I'm just going to quickly whistle stop through it. AI mimics the human intelligence, the reasoning, the logics involved. Machine learning is a subset of AI. It learns from the data. So the key thing about AI is it needs the data, and then it can recognize trends. It can recognize what's happening, and from that, it can predict what's going to happen next. Neural networks are digital implementation models that inspired by the brain, neural, in the brain, neurons firing and connecting and talking to each other, and telling you to move my hands and write things on the screen. We've managed to develop this into extent, which is what we're now calling AI. But I've been using AI for years, since 1996 timeframe, where I was doing 98, somewhere around there, where I was designing sonar for submarine, and we're using neural networks back then. So I'm not. Neural networks are quite familiar to me, and I understand what they do and how they do it. Although some of you, I mean, you drive the car, but you don't really know what's under the engine. I know what's under the engine, and some of you do too. So I just wanted to bring that in. Generative AI is, well, that which creates new content. So you may have the data there, you may have drawn out fixed information from it, but generative AI, which is what we use with either ChatGPT, Copilot, Perplexity, Claude, and the whole gamut of other things out there that are coming up with GPTs. They bring up new stuff that has never been done before or never been seen before. They gather all the data, and then they spew it out in a form that you want it. There are advantages and disadvantages to that, but I'm not going to go into that right now. So here's a quick screenshot of waiting room. Someone's got them, of what AI is like. So you've got AI, which people think they know, but in real terms, we really don't know a lot about it unless you've gone deep into it. And you've got the machine learning, the deep learning, the neural networks, the generative AI, and the generative AI in documentation, pictures, and comments and stuff like that. We generally are down here using generative AI at this level, and this is where the Aurum tool is currently. Now, as I said, data collection, gathering text, image, numbers, information, processing that. You got to clean the data, prepare the data, model training, teach the AI how to use the patterns, because computers are basically dumb. AI, before it gets the information, even when it has the information, it just has information. we have to then train it as to what it's going to do with that information. And this is where this Aurum tool is. We've told it to do certain things, or someone's told it to do some certain things, i.e. Brian and his team have told them to do certain things, and that is what it's doing, and that's how it makes the money. So the inference is AI makes predictions or creates content. Okay. So my personal due diligence on Aurum Infinity ecosystem is what I'm presenting to you now. I've been here, 3 days, something like that. Arif put me onboarded me 3 days ago. I've signed up, put some money in the system, checked it out, seen what it does, gone outside the system, asked questions, found out things about it, what does, how it does, what it does, why it does what it does, what is the potential for it, what's the risk, what are the risks, what are the mitigations I have to take, and stuff like that. And that's what I want to share with you today. Okay, so my personal saying is know what you know what you don't know, and know the difference. Because some people don't know that they don't know, and they put themselves in trouble. So this is where you need to find out about what you do know and whether you actually know it, and you know the difference so that you can actually go and find out more about what you don't know. Know what you know well, and then know what you don't know. Crypto is not a shortcut to wealth, but it's a tool for disciplined, informed participation in evolving markets, global markets, right? And it's bringing all that to you. It used to be Wall Street, stock exchange, FTSE 100, stuff like that. This tool is seemingly bringing, at least from what I can see, is seemingly bringing all that to our fingertips, right? And is doing it faster than I can click my finger. And is giving us the advantage of being able to use it and benefit from it. So my guiding principle when it comes to these kind of investments is if you can't afford to lose it, you can't afford to use it. So don't use it. That's my guiding principle. So my money that I put in there, I put in crypto early last year, is made a loss, maybe 50%, maybe 60% loss. So I said, okay, whatever is left, I'm going to put it back in Aurum, see how it plays out, see what the projections are, and take it from there. Okay. So this is, I'm going to Aurum now. What it is, it's an exchange, and this is my personal briefing. I've got some affinity with Aurum now that I've joined up, I've signed up, but they're not paying me to say what I'm saying. This is my personal insight. And so you got to take your personal insight and you got to work with what you know, what you want to do, and how you want to do it. Okay. I've got some caveats in there, other caveats in there as well. Okay. So the Aurum Foundation was founded by Brian something, can't remember his surname, but
Benson.
I'll remember. But yeah, that's it. Brian Benson, as in George Benson, but not George, not related. Guitarist from way back. Okay, but anyway, yeah, Brian Benson, who's the foundation, who's the founder. It's based in Dubai. It's decentralized fintech, financial technology, and he's developing the Aurum Exchange and AI blockchain. These are words that probably go over most people's heads, but basically it's neural networks in the financial, what we call, that are secure, and they have some level of security. His promise is transparency, efficiency, and global access, and that's why we're all here to give. I mean, some of you are in Canada, some of you are in the UK, some of us are in Germany, some of you are probably on the other side of the world in Thailand and the Far East and stuff like that. But the reality is, crypto remains speculative and high risk. So again, I can't hark on about it so much, but I think you get the picture. I've put down a table of risks and mitigation. So we've got market volatility, rug pulls. Rug pulls are basically what happens if Brian Benson decides to pull the plug and the thing goes down? These are why we have smart contracts and proof of reserves. Brian has been quite open about these kind of things. I've watched the video and I've put a link to the video at the end of this. It's 1 hour long, so I'm not presenting it here, but I've put a link to it at the end of this presentation. AI overconfidence, I know this too well. We have to maintain a human oversight. So you go in, you check what you have and what you don't have. You've got cybersecurity. Use your multi-factor authentication. You press a button, it tells you, yeah, you can go in, but we need to check whether it's you on your phone. If you're on the computer, then if you're on the phone, then the second this thing is the computer, or it will send you a email, because it's your money. If somebody gets your password, the multi-factor authentication helps protect you if somebody manages to get your password. Okay. And this is not only for this particular platform, but this is in general. If you've got systems that or tools that you need to keep secure, put on your dual factor or multi-factor authentication, MFA. Okay. Regulatory uncertainty. Stay updated with your compliance rules. I mean, certain 47s south of the Canadian border will say something, and then suddenly the FTSE and the blah blah will take a dive, or Elon will decide that he's going to Mars with the latest rocket, and it's not feasible, or so these things are very volatile. So watch them like a hawk. As I say, personally, engage your own personal responsibility. Only invest what you can afford. Define clear goals and time horizons. So you put a certain amount in. You say, okay, I want to see how this does in X number of months. Use long-term thinking, because these things don't accumulate a lot in a short period of time. Although, from what I can see for the Aurum Infinity system, it's pretty fast. The other thing is, I was told that you cannot take your capital out unless it's the 10th, the 1st, the 10th, or the 20th, but you can take out the profit. So, but personally, I think you need to do, and I'll show you just as I finish, the compound interesting. Okay, diversify your assets and on platforms. Store long-term holdings offline. Verify audits and transparency. Victor was talking about a potential card that he's working on, which will be absolutely great. So you can buy things real time without any oversight from Big Brother, for want of a better expression. Prioritize education before investing. As what I'm doing, I'm trying to educate you. Look, think about it, know what you're doing, know what your risks are, know what your mitigation measures are before you do that. Consider what if scenarios. What if this happens? What if that happens? What am I going to do? What can I invest this money? Do your own personal due diligence. This is me doing mine, okay, and I'm sharing it with you. The process I've been going through. Cautionary notes: AI cannot eliminate uncertainty. Beware of instant wealth narratives. This is not an instant wealth anything, right? It says yes, it's a passive wealth maker, but it's a risk. Put the money that you can afford in there, okay? Avoid social media hype and herd mentality. Yes, it's exciting. I am so excited to be part of this program. I won't lie, I can't lie to you. I am so excited to be a part of this program, and I'm hoping that my little will become a lot and I can do more for humanity. But for now, I am super excited, but I have to be diligent and think once, twice, 3 times before I do anything. I can't just go in and dump lifetime savings in there. Otherwise, I could be up a creek without a paddle, for want of a better expression. Regulatory clampdowns may restrict access. In this case, this is one of the reasons why some of you are using Brave and Proton, so that you are not subject to local, in quotes, whichever country you are, holdings and restrictions. If you can't afford to use it, yeah. Potential benefits: AI enhanced trading, reduces emotional errors, compound gains through reinvestment, 24/7 access to the global market, financial inclusions. As I said, back in the 2000s, man, I did not get on I knew what was it called? Bitcoin was. I did not get on the bandwagon, even though I couldn't afford it. Oh yeah, I'll postpone it. The price went up. Oh, postpone, and never got on there. I missed that boat. Now we're on the rocket ship. So yeah, I say be cautious, but also some risks you have to be taken, in my personal opinion. Okay. Early exposure to blockchain innovation. I mean, this is something, most of us don't even know what blockchain is, but basically a secure system of being able to pay for something. The only thing is that once you pay the money, you cannot get it back. It's literally untraceable. Okay. This is the video online. So if you look for Brian Benson, founder of Orem, online on YouTube, you'll find this 1 hour video, which he explains where he came from, what he did, why he's doing Orem, and the rest of it. So please, if you want to take a screenshot of this, fine. I can send you the link later on and put it either in the chat or something before I disappear for my other meeting. Thank you. I am After Mekpor, as I say. You can see my QR codes here. That will take you to my LinkedIn, which is this one here. And as I say, don't chase the money. Let the money chase you. Money and funds are a means to an end, goal or purpose. Define your end goal and your purpose and reevaluate when you get there. It's a tool for disciplined and informed participants. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this one here, and I'm gonna go into the tool quickly, and I'm gonna show you something. So, for instance, I mean, this is my banking app, the back office. I put equivalent of 300, a total of 300 in there with a 20 euro, $20 yearly subscription, right? So I'm gonna switch off the compound interest, and I'm gonna do $100 for 5 years, right? For $100 for 5 years without the compound interest will give you a return of 630. Nobody's going to buy an eyelid of that. You'll probably put it in the bank. Okay. When you've turned on the compound interest and do the same $100, you're getting $294,853 return. All right. If I make that 1,000, do the same process. 5 years, 7,350. Okay, fine. That's nice. Thank you very much. Put it in for your kids. When I do the compound interest, right?
Possible you can share your screen, sir, so we can see your compound calculator.
Can't you see my screen? Sorry.
Not right now.
Oh,
you're not sharing.
So did you see the rest of my presentation?
Yes. I saw that.
Okay, my bad.
That's
my bad.
Yeah, beautiful.
My bad. Okay, so let me go back to the 100. Calculate 5 years with the compound interest. As I said, it was 294,000, nearly 300,000 over 5 years, just $100, which is what we ask you to start with, plus a $20 yearly fee. So your whole spend, literally in the 5 years, is $20 per year. 5 years, that's another $100. Then you put in $100. That's giving you 300 almost 300,000 return. Potential earnings. Things can go up, it can go down, but this is the potential that this thing is telling us. If I put 1,000 in and I take off the compound interest and do the returns, 735. All right. Excuse me. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. It's not so bad, but yeah, when I compound interest it, I'm getting 9,500,000 and some change. All right. So when you're doing your stuff, as I say here, make sure you do the reinvest. Make sure you tick the reinvest. You can, as I said earlier, you can withdraw. The withdrawal can come. You can withdraw your capital on the, I think it's long term. I think I'll leave Arif to explain that to you. I think it's on the 1st, the 10th, and the 20th of the month. But you can withdraw your interest gained at any time. Okay, so just wanted to fill you on that, and I just wanted to share my experience and my due diligence that I've done on the working plan. So thank you very much for listening to me, and I will be around either in the chat or in the because I gotta go to another meeting. So my apologies for running away so quickly, and my apologies. I think I've just gone over time in terms of sharing. So Arif, over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. That was an incredible presentation. Thank you for all of the energy, the enlightenment, the knowledge, the experience, the wisdom you put into this community. I'm so grateful. Our intentions are to serve all and to equip them with knowledge, entertain, educate, and we love what we do. If this was done in 24 hours, imagine that. Some people I work with were months and months, cannot put a 5-minute presentation together. This gentleman is the superstar. He is the one who sent people to the stars. I want to make sure that everyone recognizes your time. And should you like to speak with Alf directly, you can book a time in this meeting room, have a one-on-one conversation, private questions about all of the astrologies, but here we talk about a lot of other things. Money is important. Zig Ziglar said, money is not everything, but it's high up there with air. So he just summarized the money game. Thank you so much, sir. If anyone has a question right now, you can unmute yourself quickly, ask him before he leaves. Is there any questions in the room? Quickly, 30-second questions. If not, looks like we don't have a question right now. You covered it very well, sir. Thank you so much for your time. If you want to join your other meeting, we'll continue with a presentation about how. Very important of the life question of my journey is how. How do I learn this? How do I do this? How do I do that? My mind is constantly seeking for solutions. It's seeking for...
Arif, I have a question for Alf. If he's still
I don't know if he's still here, but go ahead. Alf,
go
you
ahead.
still hear us?
Alf, do you own any other cryptocurrencies? Do you have a portfolio?
I have as I said, I took the money out of my I have a what's it called Revolut account, and I have cryptocurrency in there. So I have USDT, Bitcoin, but I only have a little. As I said, I got onto that bandwagon quite late, and I took. I mean, I've been monitoring over for the last 18 months or so, and I was just losing money on the various digital currencies that I was buying out there.
Yeah, it happens for sure. Okay, just curious. Thanks.
Thank you very much for your question, Victor, and thank you, sir. Go ahead and join your other meeting. Actually, I wanted to right now pull up Vic to give you a little bit presentation. He's a sleep expert. My life is right now.
Thank you, Alf.
Yes, please feel free, Elaine, to thank him for his time, and he's joining us from Germany. This is very valuable for all Canadians, Americans, all of you who watch this video later on. You can book a time to speak with Alf directly. Elaine, are you able to unmute yourself? All right, I believe Vic is ready. My friend Vic Patalano and I met just online, just like many of you who watch this video might want to join us. And we had some private conversations, and we decided to develop what's called the Blue Zones, based on Dan Buttner's journey throughout the world on a bicycle, which led him to find out places where people live to age 100. And he researched, and I found out there's certain things, for example, the 24 hours is divided to 8 equal 8 sleep is one of them. And he's going to talk to us about sleep and how to get the best bed so we have a productive day every day. Please help me welcome Mr.
Yes.
Vic
Woo!
Patalano. Vic, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, all. What I'm going to present is how sleep relates to everything else in your world and how we can use the blue zones to be able to do what we want to do with regard to 3 parts of wellness: health and wellness, of which my part of it offers sleep; the mental part of it, the mindset training, which is definitely the Blue Zones actual training itself; and the financial part, of which we just heard one part of it. I'm going to present another aspect of how people can generate wealth by doing awesome lead generation to be able to actually promote their business, to be able to get new customers, because that's what business people need. So my company, VIP Marketing, is 40 years old. It's been doing a lot of different things over the course of time. It evolved into mostly sleep. You guys can hear me okay, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So these are my 4 offerings here. VIP Marketing is the overall umbrella of what I do. My Genius Leads is my awesome AI-based Facebook automated marketing system that I'll propose specifically shortly. Finance Pro is the L part of sleep, SLEEEP. Finance Pro is the lifestyle expenses, and I'll show you specific on that. And Sleep Wellness is the overall ability for me to provide 3 parts of sleep wellness, which is the actual sleep consultation. I can do all kinds of things to help everybody sleep better. Sleep aids in sense of products and services that actually will help you sleep better, and the simplest, the easiest, best, most cost-effective way of buying a mattress. In the United States, for sure. North America, I'm working on. Canada, it's coming. So sleep is an overview of 3X wellness: physical, mental, and financial. We talked about that. The financial part is there's 4 pieces to that. And we're going to be a presentation later, hopefully on George Caddy's wealth building debt reduction software. We just heard about RM, which is an awesome way of being able to utilize cryptocurrency as the means in which to use as an investment to create residual income. And soon I will very specifically present Genius AI, which is going to be the means in which for business people to be able to promote their business, to be able to use AI to be able to have the prospects come to them, go into the system, and an AI chatbot creates everything for them, leads them down a path, and then books an appointment or gets you business. Done. It's really, really, really powerful. So sleep savings and earnings is what I do. When people say, what do you do? Sleep savings and earnings. The sleep part we talked about. The savings part is in lifestyle expenses through Finance Pro. And the earnings is the means in which to be able to create more by using one of the 4 resources we have within the Blue Zones. And the Genius AI is a big part of that. So I am going to... This is the website. The future, you can everybody see this? The future of Facebook marketing isn't ads, it's an engine. Can you see that on the screen right now?
Yes, we can see
Okay.
it.
I'm going to put this link in the chat. I'd like everybody to go to that and look at it and analyze it and see what we do and how we do it, to see how powerful this is for anybody to be able to promote their business. And the target, the market is small business people, people that have financial services, which we can certainly use at the market ORM, and network marketers. Network marketers is a really, really big one because they all want to generate leads to be able to develop their business, to be able to do it. And offer that service to their team as a means in which for them to do the same. And we have that whole ability to do that. It'll take the rest of my time I have just to go through all this. So I'm going to put this into chat so that people can see what we do and how we do it and how many individual components there is inside this awesome engine that does things automatically for you, completely automated. So I'm going to go back to, I should be able to do it. Okay, there we go. So, and the mattresses, that's the easy part. That's just to be able to do the sleep part of it. So understanding that these are essential needs, sleep, savings, and earnings, and that we have all the resources within the Blue Zones to be able to do everything that we need to do. My background is that I've been doing this stuff a long time, and I understand how to help businesses be able to get to where they want to go. Sleep is a part of it. It's an essential need. So food, water, transportation, and sleep, energy, and entertainment are things that people all need. I have ability to save along with that. So one of the things that I wanted to propose, and Arif and I are going to go through this and compare really, really, really carefully the difference between the RM card, which I believe is the ability to be able to spend the money you have in RM as a Visa and MasterCard. And that's all you get with that. That's good. But this card, this Freedom Pro referral, this is the complete banking system. You can have all your banking stuff, all of your crypto earnings and cryptocurrency loaded into the one card and spend that as Visa and MasterCard. That's a big, 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 big deal because that allows you to be able to utilize your crypto decentralized, not pay any tax on it, and move it around from place to place anytime you want. So we're going to go through this. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that, but this can be a big deal. There's all kinds of other things that I have in terms of health and wellness. I have energy stuff, but that's not that big a deal. The lifestyle we can go through, keep going. I want to get to the conclusion of this is that, in my opinion, utilizing the resources that Blue Zones have, the important thing that business owners want is more leads, more customers, more revenues, and automate the process. That's what Genius OS will do. That they want more money to work harder for themselves, that the combination of George Katie's debt reduction program and the compound wealth creation of RM definitely gets you where you got to do, and they want time freedom. So they want everything to be automated, to be able to do it residually so that they can have more time in their life to be able to do what they want to do. And we have the resources to do that, to create long-term residual MSI. So the people to be able to bring into the Blue Zones regard are small business people, network marketers, and anybody that wants to create multiple streams of income. We have the resources in which to do that. That's it. Whew.
Thank you, Vic. That was a great presentation, and we're going to make sure that our teams in America buy from you. My focus is not really Canada, but education is global, and we have a lot of 40% of all of the viewers on YouTube actually come from America, interestingly, but we're going to connect with them one-on-one and individually. Vic just give you one of the presentations that we'll be conducting over here, and he talked about George Caddy. Next week, George will be here to talk about the debt calculator and how we can pay out, accelerate our mortgages, our credit cards, all of that in one shot, just like Victor did. So thank you for that reminder. Now we're exactly at 43 minutes. In the next 5 minutes, I want to focus your attention to one very, very important question that Raleigh keep on asking me. And that question is how. To explain the word how, H-O-W. If you think in terms of health and wellness all day long, you have no space for in your head for depression, for anxiety, for bad feeling, because you're thinking you're healthy. So health and wellness physically, mentally is one of my passions I've been following since childhood. I got, war wounds. I have scars on my body. I am a miracle survivor twice, once in a war, once on Young Street. But I'm here to share my story of how Camel products. These beautiful socks have helped me, my mother, my family open doors that were not possible prior to this endeavor. So this goes back to 2013 when I was in financial services, a licensed representative with a prestigious company recruiting people into a system where they had to get a license to be able to go ahead and talk about mutual funds, indexes, insurance mainly, and team building. So my expertise, my superpower, if you will, is really team building, and I bring that to Orem Infinity Ecosystem Visa and Bot with pride as the first Canadian to introduce this to all of my friends, my family, and people that are here and or watch this video. So many people have lost money. Again, I go back to the question of money. Why is it related to my socks? These socks retail based on the government of Mongolia that had a show in Canada in 2020. This was prior to COVID-19, $45 a pair. We offer these socks at $25 retail or globally for 500 pairs. You can have your own health and wellness. Now, that's only one product. I'm going to take you through my presentation in the next 5 minutes, and I will share my screen right now to get you some visuals so you can watch what's happening in my world. I thank you for your attention, and those of you who watch in the future, I hope you make comments, see if you've gone on our website. Obviously, looks like I wasn't able to share my screen, but I try again. And if it doesn't allow me, I will just go through the story and cut it a little bit shorter. But those of you who are interested, we have a summer special. You can get for $100, you get 6 pairs of these incredible socks that will heal every piece of your body. Me and my family are addicted to this, a good, healthy addiction. I run in this in the morning. I bike. I mean, there's people in this room who know me personally on the same roof and can testify to this. My mood is always good because why? My head is full of the dreams. Now we have a vehicle through Orem, through all of these collaboration of global people, and we have a formula. And allow me to introduce you to the formula actually and how it came about and some of the people who have helped me create miracles in the health miracles in my life and my family's life. My mother had a heart attack in 2013. I was in Istanbul after being a financial advisor, making hundreds of thousands of dollars and really, really high running Hawaii all over the world. And I got the call, mom is dying. She had a heart attack. You need to go. And through very hard, difficult getting my passport first, that took me years to go back to Iran. But on the way, I stopped in Istanbul and discovered this product. I was supposed to go for 3 weeks and I stayed there for 3 weeks and I saw my mother started to move, walk, and then eventually I called my office and I said, I'm not coming back. I'm resigning to online. I'm sending a resignation. I'm staying here with my mother. It took me 9 months. Today, 14 years later, my mother is still alive and well. I say knock the wood. My head is as strong as a wood because once I see something, I act on it. You can think about everything that's been said today to end of time and not take an action. Nothing happens. I saw it. She tested it. I liked it. And I came back and I said, let me dive into this camel world. Go into Morocco, Egypt, all North Africa, chasing camels. No sign of a camel with hair. I mean, this is claiming to be camel's hair. Eventually went to Dubai a couple of times. And on the second time, I met a gentleman from Mongolia, a young man online on Facebook. He's going to watch this. He's going to put a comment here. Monk buyer, Sangarjal. Eventually, he had a kiosk in Ulaanbaatar, the capital of Mongolia. He closed up his basically shop, and he decided to join me in business. We're going back to 2000 and that's 17, 13, 14, 15. Since 2015, we have developed a product line. We have a factory in Mongolia that takes orders for all parts of your body. If there's any pain, injuries, accidents, any suffering, like right now, I'm so proud of this community and Raleigh. He's in the hospital. Sometimes he calls me and his hands hooked up to all kinds of needles, but he's so excited on his phone because he sees an opportunity that the average person does not understand. That's the opportunity we're offering here. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, neighbors, family, all of those who are in doubt, you just heard the greatest presentation on a research done by a NASA scientist engineer. I mean, this man has sent men to the moon. I mean, a little bit of faith goes a long, long way. I want you to all have faith in Arif Gilany, in this system, in this community for 90 days. Why 90 days? Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm a farmer. I farm everything. I have cucumbers, tomatoes, everything over there. And these are the things that I took a seed and I planted it and I timed it. And in exactly 90 days, I enjoyed the fruit. Every idea in your head will take 90 days to bear fruit. And it only starts with now, today. Some of you haven't funded your butt yet. I'm asking everyone to go and put some time, talk with our team. They will walk you through it step by step, put the money in there. And tomorrow, if I could share now, because of the activities that I've taught Raleigh, the $130 that I put in on August 11th now has generated $745. Today is 27th of August, and I put that money of 130. It's my favorite number, 13. I'm just an odd guy, but I believe in supernatural things and AI and the power of human mind. Every single day, whatever you wake up and think about, that's what you attract to yourself. So I'm going to work on your mindset a little bit for the next 5 minutes, and we go into a Q&A, end of recording, but 1 hour of meeting with shakers and movers. I'm speaking now on behalf of my mentors in United Kingdom, Mr. Shajat Ali Shah, who comes from Punjab. With his father, moved to England, was a broadcaster all over the world. He says, man, I love your presence on camera. I like to hire you to be a spokesperson for, sports arenas, places like this. And I want to help you develop cafes where we can sell socks and, have people with camel milk coffees and all kinds of healing stuff. Hadi comes, another great friend, and says, listen, I want to have resorts. And yesterday I had a beautiful chance to meet Veronica, and she comes in and she says, I'm in the cruise line. The Two Kingdom operation that you guys are launching can have a cruise line going from United Kingdom to Saudi in exactly 14 days. And all of you who are invited here, who join this community, will be able to afford it, will be able to participate, social media, camera. I'm in Hollywood right here. Why not? You. What's missing? Is it distractions? Is it time? Is it money? Is it gossip? Is it politics and religion, which we don't talk about here? My students come from all walks of life, from Buddhists in Mongolia to Christians to Muslims to Jews, and every person who believes that God created them in the light that they cannot see higher right now. We all have the light. My light comes through my cracks. I go for my run in my socks. I pray to my God, Allah, Jesus. I mean, a Muslim believes in all, from Adam to here. And that's the end of religious talk. We move on to business talk, because right now, minds of the world are doing incredible things in the Middle East. And they're tying it all together beautifully in Saudi Arabia, where hub of this business is run. EAU, I mean, Dubai, I've had camel milk in a resort in the middle of a desert. I would just love to go back there with all of you. It's called the Liva Desert. Go and Google all of this stuff. Go and find out. Be your own scout. I wrote this book because I read the book Think and Grow Rich 7 times while I was in the financial services industry, and that is why we were able to rise through the ranks in Canada. This is that system that I run in 2007 to 2013 on turbo. What do I mean by turbo? Everything is automated, and we all need to bring our human nature into this. That's it, and that's all. You just use human skills, soft skills, your personality, and we will do the rest. They will do the rest. The whole thing was going to take care of itself, because next year when it goes public, when it turns Binance into Orem Exchange, where I can send money to Monk Buyer in Mongolia within a click of a finger from my account to his account, and or my family in Iran and other places. I mean, a lot of the exchanges will be marginalized. A lot of the banking industries, Visa and MasterCard, do not, I mean, do not, deal with everybody. They do not deal with company like mine or Vic or these and that. They do their diligence. They know who's behind this company. You saw the videos. You can do your research. I'm Arif Gilany. I thank you so much for all of your time. This is Hump Day Show. Every Wednesday, we are here to help to help you, to educate, to entertain, to enlighten you. And we'd like you to take this conversation you just heard today into the weekend. Talk to 3 people. Talk to 3 people today. Talk to 3 people tomorrow. And bring them on Saturday at 10:30, a little bit earlier. Why? We have a global community rising, and people in Europe are here, people in Canada are here, all over the world. I thank you so much for your time. We're going to stop this recording, and we will see you next time, Saturday, at exactly 10:15 a.m. right here. Learn about this room, learn about the technology we just introduced you, and learn how you can properly build a legacy for you and your family. I know some of you may think this guy is talking really big. Did you just see the number of 1 million on that 5,000 investment for 5 years? The company's president, CEO, Brian Benson, Mr. Brian Benson, which I'm looking forward to meet in Thailand, said he wants to build 1,000 millionaires. Now, hold on. We are the strongest team. We have all of the equipment. We have all of the tools. We have all of the mentors, and we are very close to the top of this company. I am the first person to introduce this into Canada. Vic is the first one to introduce it in the US. Alf is the first one in Germany. You could be the first one in your country. All you need to do is give us exactly 90 days to prove ourselves wrong and to prove you right. I'm Arif Gilany. Thank you for your attention. We look forward to hearing from you very soon. Thank you.
Right before you go, before you turn off, I'd like to remind there's a 3 p.m. presentation by Hugh Paul, and he does an amazing job. And also with our Blue Zone for Business team, 10 o'clock Saturday, very, very critical and important for your success. So have your guests there, and Arif has a special prize, somebody who would bring 3 guests. Thank you.
Absolutely, and thank you for the reminder. Again, I go back to gallery for any questions that you may have, but anybody who brings 3 guests to Saturday morning, I'm going to make sure that they get, and their guests get, enough socks for this winter to keep you totally healthy, active all winter long. The summer is coming to an end, and the weather is getting chilly, and you can't live without camel socks. Simple as that. I'm Arif Gilany. We thank you for your time, and we're going to close this recording and open up for questions. Thank you.
Thank you.